Right. Good.
We were doing an mineral exploration survey, looking for uranium in this aeroplane, and we were based in Beaufort West. Flying in the morning, flying grid pattern over the mountains, a section of the Karoo, and it was late afternoon when we were doing our last line back up the mountain before going home, and it was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We got caught in bad weather was moving in, and which we were unaware of, but of course you get downdrafts in the mountain areas with wind, and we got caught in a downdraft trying to get over the Roggeveld. It was the mountain there just north of Tankwa Karoo Park, and we were caught in this downdraft as we were climbing up over the mountain, and not knowing, suddenly you're out of control. You've got full power on and you can't climb up to get over this 1,800 foot height of the mountain. And we were just fortunate in that we crash landed not too far from the edge of the 1,800 foot precipice on the mountain. I was thrown out when the aircraft, I was knocked unconscious when the aircraft hit the ground, and thrown out still strapped to my seat, and came unconscious when I found myself with this wreck around me. The pilot came to me and said, "I've got to go and find help for you," and Klaus, who was the electronics technician sitting in the back. And he went down the mountain to look for help. He saw a farmhouse in the valley, and so I had to look for. It was getting cold, the wind was blowing, and I was in shock. And I just lay underneath this engine cowl that I pulled over me, and I couldn't stand up. My back was buggered. I couldn't stand up, and I had to crawl around the wreck. I looked around for Klaus. Couldn't find. He was underneath. Couldn't find him. But when after about an hour and a half, suddenly Gerrit and Salman appeared in front of me. I couldn't believe it. Here was this man, and I said, "Oh God, please don't leave me here, and please go and look for Klaus, because he's underneath the wreck somewhere, and let's make sure that we can try and save him or see if he's still alive." Anyway, from there on, Salman and Gerrit came over on horseback, and they put me on the horse to see if they could get me back to the farmhouse on the back of the horse. But my ribs were cracked, punctured the lung, and it was like water was sloshing around inside my body, and it was so painful. I couldn't stay on the horse, and then it was left for Gerrit to ubber me across at night, because now it's getting dark at night, across this rough, the rough terrain there, amongst the rocks, over wire fences and God knows, to get to the field where they were going to get the farmers roundabout, and Salman were going to bring up the tractor and trailer to put me on to get me back to the farmhouse. And so Gerrit got me to a field where the tractor could get to, and Gerrit, we sat there, made a little fire to keep me warm till the tractor arrived, and then got me back to the farmhouse. And then Dr. Conradi from Calvinia Hospital was there with an ambulance, and he pumped me full of morphine to take me back to the hospital in Calvinia.
Fantastic.
And the next morning, couldn't fly me to the hospital in Cape Town because of the bad weather in Cape Town. He has an aeroplane, and he flew me to Joburg, to Rosebank Clinic, where I was in Rosebank Clinic for 2 weeks. to sort out my back because I had a serious compression fracture of the third lumbar vertebra in my back, my spine. Okay, I've got a big lump, you know, it's crooked back now, but I'm still walking, and I'm now 80, and that happened 50 years ago.
So you especially came to surprise Gerard here.
And so here I am, today, 50 years ago, Gerard saved my life.